The queen stood silently within the palace walls, but behind her calm appearance burned a dangerous ambition. She believed the young prince stood between her and the throne. Every passing day, the king's love for his son seemed to grow stronger, and she feared time was running out. The prince carried royal blood and possessed a heart devoted to truth, making him a threat that could not be ignored. She had already murdered her own sister to claim the crown, and she refused to lose everything now because of the dead queen's son. Consumed by fear, she sought the help of dark forces. The mysterious sorcerer reminded her that her hands were already stained with royal blood, and warned that once darkness entered a soul, it never truly left. But the queen cared little for such warnings. As long as the king remained alive and the prince could speak, her terrible secret could one day destroy everything she had stolen. She demanded a permanent solution. The sorcerer revealed a strange bottle, unlike any ordinary poison. It would not kill the body but would imprison the victim's soul in endless silence and suffering. Without hesitation, the queen accepted the cursed gift. She declared that she had not sacrificed her own sister, only to lose the throne now, and the prince would never become king. Meanwhile, the king looked proudly upon his son. The young prince had grown into a noble man, who reminded him more each day of his late mother. The king believed she would have been proud of the man he was becoming. The prince promised that he would always protect the honor of their family and remain faithful to his mother's memory. Trusting his son's wisdom above all others, the king confessed that one day the kingdom would belong to him because the people deserved a ruler guided by wisdom rather than greed. Yet the prince carried a burden. He warned his father that danger already lived inside the palace and that it was far closer than anyone realized. Though the king questioned him, the prince chose patience and simply urged his father to be careful around the queen until the truth could be revealed. That evening, the royal family gathered together. The queen smiled as she spoke of peace, claiming she wanted nothing more than harmony within the palace after so much suffering. She insisted she had done everything possible to protect the kingdom and even claimed to see the prince as her own son despite his distrust. But the prince's words carried hidden pain as he reminded everyone that a true mother protects rather than steals another woman's place. The tension between them grew impossible to hide, leaving the king confused as harsh words filled the royal hall. The prince warned that no secret remains buried forever. Furious, the queen defended herself and demanded respect, insisting she had served the throne faithfully. The king tried to calm both sides, unaware that the greatest danger stood beside him. That very night, the queen prepared to strike. She whispered that after taking the prince's mother, her crown, and her husband, nothing would stop her from claiming the throne completely. Before the prince could expose her crimes, the cursed bottle would ensure that no one would ever believe his truth. As darkness surrounded him, the prince cried out for his father, but it was already too late. The queen confessed her crimes with chilling satisfaction, revealing that she had taken everything that once belonged to the prince's mother. Now she would imprison the prince forever while claiming the kingdom for herself and the man she had secretly loved since childhood. Deep beneath the waters, hidden from every eye, the prince's soul became trapped in a prison of silence. The queen believed she had erased the final obstacle to her power. She expected the kingdom to believe its prince had vanished forever, while the truth disappeared beneath the water along with him. Soon, she planned, the king would also fall, leaving the throne entirely hers. But even death could not silence a mother's love. From beyond the world of the living, the spirit of the prince's mother heard his cries and followed the waters to find him. She appeared before her son, comforting him in his darkest hour. Though she could not break the prison that held him, she promised that hope still remained. As the prince begged not to be abandoned, his mother assured him that one day a pure-hearted soul would discover him. When that destined moment arrived, his true journey would begin, and the truth buried beneath the kingdom would finally rise again. Deep beneath the sacred waters, a lonely voice cried out from within a mysterious bottle, begging for freedom after being trapped in darkness for longer than anyone could imagine. Hidden away from the world, the imprisoned soul remembered the queen's cruel words as she celebrated the prince's disappearance, and dreamed of claiming both the kingdom and the man she had loved since childhood. She believed the prince's fate would remain buried forever beneath the water. Yet, before hope vanished completely, the spirit of the prince's mother appeared. Though death had taken her from the world, she had heard her son's cries through the flowing waters. She comforted him, promising that, while she could not break the prison that held him, she could give him strength. Before fading away once more, she foretold that one day a pure-hearted soul would find him and awaken the destiny that had long been waiting. Many years passed. Far away, a poor young girl struggled to care for her blind grandmother, who had fallen dangerously ill with fever. Desperate to save her, the girl rushed to the local clinic hoping to receive medicine, but without money, she was turned away. Heartbroken and out of options, she returned home with empty hands. Her grandmother suggested gathering healing herbs and moringa leaves from the sacred beach, despite the old belief that no one should enter that place on a Friday. With no other choice, and determined to save the only family she had left, the girl prayed for protection and set out alone before sunset. As she searched among the rocks and trees, a strange voice suddenly echoed through the silence, pleading for help. Frightened but curious, she followed the sound until she discovered an old bottle hidden beneath the water. The mysterious voice begged to be released, claiming to have suffered in darkness for countless years. Though confused by the impossible sight, the girl believed that no one deserved such a fate. Ignoring her fear, she freed the stranger imprisoned within the bottle. The weak man thanked her but refused to reveal who he truly was, insisting that the less she knew, the safer she would be. Still, the kind-hearted girl refused to leave him behind. Seeing how exhausted he was after years of captivity, she offered her support and helped him walk. The stranger looked around at the world he had not seen for so long, quietly grateful for the compassion of the young girl who had changed his fate. As they made their way toward the village before nightfall, she continued asking his name, but he only smiled and told her that one day she would know the truth. For now, he wished to remain nothing more than a mystery. The mysterious stranger refused to reveal his true identity, promising only that the time would come when his name would finally be known. For now, he wished to remain nothing more than a mystery. As they entered the small house, the girl's blind grandmother immediately sensed that someone else had crossed the doorway. Though her eyes could no longer see, she felt another presence in the room, one carrying an ancient power that chilled the air itself. She warned her granddaughter to be careful, believing that old magic surrounded the stranger. The man listened quietly, surprised that the elderly woman could sense what others could not. When she questioned him, he simply described himself as a wanderer searching for a place to belong, keeping the rest of his story hidden. The young girl pleaded for him to stay the night, and although the grandmother reluctantly agreed, she warned that his arrival would change their destiny forever. Later, as the stranger prepared to leave, the girl stopped him, worried that her grandmother's fear had driven him away. He gently explained that some people could sense danger long before it appeared, and thanked her for showing him a kindness he had not experienced in many years. Suddenly, something extraordinary happened. An ancient book appeared from nowhere, as though summoned by an unseen force. The stranger explained that it belonged to no king or kingdom and revealed itself only to the one it had chosen. When the girl opened it, every page was completely blank. He encouraged her to draw whatever her heart desired. Curious, she sketched a simple loaf of bread, and to her amazement, the drawing became real before her eyes. Still unable to believe what she had witnessed, she drew again, this time creating a small puppy that sprang to life the moment her pencil left the page. The stranger smiled, but his expression quickly turned serious. He warned the girl that the magical book and its incredible power must remain a secret. No one, not the neighbors, not even her grandmother, should know what had happened. Some gifts, he explained, were safest when hidden from the world. The girl quietly admitted that she had no friends because the villagers avoided her family, fearing her blind grandmother and the strange stories whispered about them. The stranger reassured her that the opinions of others did not matter, and that some secrets were worth protecting. Meanwhile, far away in the royal palace, celebration filled the halls, yet the king's heart remained heavy. His beloved son had vanished without a trace, leaving the kingdom without an heir. While others suggested that the prince had simply wandered away in search of adventure, the king refused to believe it. He knew his son would never abandon his people without reason. Still, those around him urged him to continue the engagement celebration and postpone the search until morning, hoping that the answers they sought would soon reveal themselves.